Welcome to Aztec's feeding video. Here's the grain that she gets: Replenimash, Amplify, Forage, Salt, Alfalfa, and Senior. It's all in the grain bin, and the instructions are posted on the lid of the grain bin. Half a scoop, some people call this a 3/4 scoop of alfalfa pellets. 1 full scoop of Senior feed. 1 full scoop of wild forage. 1 full scoop of salt from that red bucket. I usually only give this to her in the morning, but if she gets it in the evening too, that's not a big deal. 1½ cups of Amplify. I use the same measuring cup, so the first one I just do a full scoop, and then the second one I just estimate approximately half a scoop. 2 full scoops of Replenimash. Again, I just use the same measuring cup as I use for the Amplify and just do 2 full scoops of the Replenimash. Time to add water, so lug this thing to the sink. Couple of tips for adding water. First one is turn on the hot and the cold water all the way on. The warm water actually helps the pellets to absorb quicker. Stir it the whole time until you have about 1 inch to 2 inches of water sitting above the grain. This should be really soupy. The water will look kind of bubbly like this. Just make sure it's really, really soupy and that you stir so no chunks are stuck on the bottom. Okay, we can set the red bucket aside, go for part 2. We're going to grab that small blue bucket, fill it up with water. I just use the cold water this time, and fill it almost to the top, right about there. Ready to head out? You can either carry both buckets like this, or you can put them in the wheelbarrow and use that to carry these heavy buckets out. Tap on the bucket, call her name, and she'll come for dinner. The rubber bucket should already be in the paddock, and you start off by pouring about 1 inch to 2 inches of water in the bottom of the bucket. By this point, most of the water is absorbed, so you just start stirring. Just stir, 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 mix it all up. Make sure there's no chunks or dry spots that are on the bottom or got stuck to the bottom. So stir that all up before you add it to the rubber bucket. All right, stirring, stirring some more. Now I'm going to add it to the water that's in the bucket. Here's my official technique. You just flip the bucket over and hold it between your knees. All right, you guessed it. It's time to stir again. You just start stirring and stirring so that mash and that water will start mixing. And then from the blue bucket, you start adding little bits of water from the blue bucket, just a little bit at a time. And then continue stirring until it's really, really soupy. Okay, once it looks like this, it's ready to serve, and her dinner guests have arrived, and Her Majesty will be at the gate ready to come in. The queen bee knows how to shoo away those chickens, so don't worry about them. She does make a huge mess. She has to stick her whole nose in there. She will clean up herself, so by the time you let her out, she's usually all cleaned up. If there's any water left in that little blue bucket, you can just leave it out there so she has a little bit of water. Once her bowl's empty, she's going to start cleaning up her mess out of the grass. That helps clean up her nose. And when she's finished with her cleanup, then she's all done. And once she's all done, she's pretty easy to get out. You just kind of shoo her toward the gate. I've heard that she likes to hang out a little longer than necessary, so a good tip is to bring a halter and lead rope in case she just doesn't follow you to the gate. I just use the hose down by the round pen to clean out the bucket, then you can leave that rubber bucket in the paddock. Hi, River. Okay, that's that. I just put the red bucket and the spoon back in the green bin. We're ready to go. Easy peasy, right? You're the best.
Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed.